My name is Kathleen Nisbet-Moncy, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Nisbet Oyster, Goose Point Oysters, and Hawaiian Shellfish. Being brought up in a very small rural community, you are always taught to go off to college, to get a job, to be better, and to move on from the communities in which you were raised. That, to me, just didn't resonate. I'm third generation growing up here. I actually wanted to go off and to study and to get an education and bring what I could valuable back to better our community. As you see rural communities, they're dying off. What our vision is for our company and our rural community is to be able to reinvest in itself. So looking at ways that we can re-engage with our communities and teaching from the beginning of those children's lives in the education system, the ways that they can see the bigger picture of their community is really important. A couple of things that we have done is that we start educating fourth graders. So we bring fourth graders here and we have them go through and work in all the different stations in our processing plant, so they get the hands-on experience of what it's like to work in a processing plant, and that starts sparking their minds of like, wow, this is really cool. Like, I can make a good living by doing these certain jobs, and I really like it, and I'm producing a food. And so from fourth grade, then you go on to the next level of high school, and we have a program where we hire high school students and get them involved in our processing and in our farms in the summertime. For the last few years, we've had an all-girls picking crew that's been all high school girls have come and work for us, and they go out on the oyster beds and they're involved in our process of picking oysters, bringing the oysters in, and then also packing them in our processing. And it's the daughters of most of the employees that have worked with us for about 20 years. So it's interesting to see how they're transferring their knowledge down to this next generation and getting them actively involved in it. And that's moved to bringing in some more of the males that are doing some of the other work with their fathers and some of their mothers. And so this sort of transition that's happening is really neat to see their actual engagement and excitement for something that they didn't really know what it was about before. The day of an oyster farmer revolves around the tides. We rely on Mother Nature to help us grow things. So it's really for a love of the water and for a love of cultivation that really brings you back to being that one spirit with our industry and really connecting with that. So an oyster farmer gets to live on the water, which is an amazing thing to be able to do, but they also get to work in the water. They get to enjoy what Mother Nature has to offer. We don't do any feeding of our crops. We just do a cultivation of what Mother Nature is able to offer us. And that farming experience is very fulfilling, in an essence that you're producing one of the most amazing food crops in the US. So I think there's a real sense of connection with that food and with the properties that it holds, that we can really be able to sell those to this next generation.